Good morning, Collective. Tarot.flo here to give you guys another daily collective message. So last night we had the new moon in Pisces. So this message for the collective is going to be for the new moon in Pisces. Okay. So at this time, if you feel like this message is going to resonate with you, please stick around. And if not, you can scroll away. Today is Thursday, March 19th, but always remember, time is an illusion, energy is fluid. So it does not matter when this reading meets you. It does not have to be for the, the new moon in Pisces. This could be a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. If this message reaches you, there's probably some type of confirmation or something that you needed to hear. Okay. So in honor of the Pisces full moon, I'm also going to use mermaid cards today. Give you guys a little extra insight from the mermaids. So let's dive into the cards and see what the cards have to say for the collective today. I love Thursdays, Jupiter day. I'm a Sag. Jupiter rules Sag, so Thursdays are always my day. One more card, please. Thank you. Ooh. I like this energy for the collective. So last night was a new moon in Pisces, and tomorrow on the 20th, Mercury goes direct, so we will no longer be in retrograde. However, we will have a 2-week shadow period, so there will be some time for that heaviness to dissipate, right? By early April at least. Okay. And then coming up this weekend on Saturday, we also have spring equinox, which is also the first day of Aries. Okay. So Saturday, March 21st will actually mark the actual new year for the collective. It's marking the first day of the energetic year, the astrological year. So for the tarot, we have 2 cards. I like this a lot. We have the Page of Wands and we have the Justice. And I actually got the Justice card for myself last night when I read myself for the new moon in Pisces. But I like this a lot because I feel like right now, as we are moving into and transitioning into Aries, its polar opposite sign is Libra, right? So there will be some aspect or some dynamic around Aries that has to do with Libra energy. And I like it a lot because spring equinox, this period, this time of the year always has to do with the feminine archetype of Lilith, right? Speaking up for yourself, speaking up against injustice, defending yourself, defending others, not submitting to societal norms, not conforming to things, you know what I mean? That type of thing, and being really rebellious and outside of the box. And I feel like that's what Libra is giving us as we come into Aries season, is like it's giving us a sense of upholding integrity, divine order. Some people are going to get their lick back by getting divine order, getting karmic justice, whatever that is. But I also feel like the new moon in Pisces last night, I was reading about it astrologically. I'm not too diverse in astrology, but I'm still learning it a little bit. I'm like intermediate level. Whatever is going on right now with the new moon in Pisces is gonna be a 5-month closure from now until the full moon in Pisces, which will be at the end of August, okay, of this year. So kind of pay attention to themes that pop up this summer from now until the end of August, like things coming back from the past, things that are needing to be closed out, things that you feel you have to bring closure to something in order for you to move on. And if anything, I feel like that's the karmic balance or the karmic justice or karmic reward that we're waiting for, because we're needing to close something out first before we can get to whatever that balance is, right? And then with the Page of Wands here, this is always new beginnings, right? Like she's standing in this desolate area with this wand, but I feel like it's not desolate. It's just, it's a void. So now you can fill that void with things that you desire, things that you dreamed of, things that give you passion and creativity. And I love this a lot because this is Aries energy as we're moving into Aries season this weekend, So I feel like, these 2 cards is giving Aries and Libra. So I really feel like as we are moving into this new space, not only is there room for potential, new opportunities, that type of thing, but there will be a need for us to speak up, stand up, to receive some type of karmic justice or karmic reward. Um, so kind of pay attention to that, you know. And I like it too because even though Mercury is going direct tomorrow, we'll still be in that 2 week shadow period as we're moving into April. So I felt already, because Mercury was already in Pisces, it's like there's a need for you to have a deep conversation, or there's a need for something to resurface from the depths. You know what I mean? So if it hasn't happened for you already during Mercury retrograde, it will probably happen during that last two weeks of the shadow period that we have leading into April. So just kind of be mindful about themes and how scenarios pop up in your life. You might need to have an uncomfortable conversation and kind of bring closure to particular situations and themes in your life at this time, right? So yeah, I like that for us a lot. And not only that too, but you know, with Libra, it's always it's justice, you know, but it's also speaking up on, like, revealing something. Like you see how this person's back here, and this has like the cover or the sheet over the back. It's like something is being hidden, right? And because something is being hidden, it's like Libra is here to kind of reveal that. And I kind of like that energy a lot, because in the snake year in 2025, we had this dynamic of, you know, lifting the veil from the narcissistic programming that the collective was so used to over the last few years, you know, or even decades, you know. And so now I feel like as we're moving into Aries, Aries is that kind of like disruptive, impulsive type of energy. And then we have Libra energy on top of it because they're polar opposites. So, I mean, personally, for me, I wouldn't doubt that this actually war or whatever it is going to kind of drag out into an unexpected way, just because we're dealing with Aries, which is, you know, directly related to Mars, which is the god of war, you know, impulsivity, all of that. And then with Libra, it's like, you know, people are fighting or standing up against the injustice that's being done around that war. People, protesting and, you know, being active. Did I say it right? I just had a brain fart. But being aware and advocating for people that don't have a voice, you know. And I feel like that theme will probably last until well into the end of the year, you know what I mean? Just because this fire horse year is just like, it's brewing something inside of us that, like, you know, it's been a long time, like we needed to speak on it, you know what I mean? So I like this a lot. So the mermaid card that we got today is gratitude. Give gratitude, you know. Allow yourself to be in this space where you're grateful for everything that you have. Allow yourself to be, you know, grateful for your family, your home, the things that you have, the things that you are about to receive. But attitude is always a gratitude, you know, especially as we are in this new moon energy, you know. Sometimes new moons are about manifesting, and that is true, you know. But I also feel like there has to be a certain level of accountability and or actualization, realization that can happen before we can even step into that manifestation. So I feel like that's something that maybe the collective is being called to do at this time. You know, be more present, be in gratitude, and allow yourself to be present in the moment, you know, and understanding that, you know, right now matters, and the things that come in later, you could deal with that when it gets here, you know, but you could still have that visualization on the manifestation that you want, as long as you are still giving gratitude every day for everything that you currently have. So that is your message for you guys today. I hope this message resonated with you. If it did, please comment down below. And as always, I'm also leaving my email down here so you can contact me for a personal reading. And happy Jupiter day, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.